We're finally getting Pro Joy-Cons for the Switch 2.
Yes, we are, but at what cost, Andy? At what cost? Because we're finally seeing the third-party manufacturers stepping into the market and giving us the Pro Switch 2 Joy-Cons that we need and want. And NYXI are the first people to throw their hats into the ring with the Hyperion 3s.
Yeah.
I just want to quickly shine a light on it because it's exciting.
Super exciting.
And it's also terrifying in equal measure.
I totally agree. My first thought was pure excitement because we've obviously managed to get hands-on with almost every NYXI accessory for the original Switch, which has always been really, really good, actually, like as an alternative to real Joy-Cons. So seeing the first like Pro Joy-Cons for the Switch 2, which actually are magnetized on, you don't need any adapters or anything. They're going to fit like natively as such on the Switch 2, like super excited me. And I want to like stay on that hype train as we go through all the specs and stuff, but the price, I might need to remortgage my house.
I guess we should start with the elephant in the room because it's a huge one. If you're in the US, the RRP on these are $170. If you're in the UK, that's £120. If you pre-order them, because these have just been announced, available to pre-order, I believe they're shipping in March, if I remember rightly.
Yes.
In America, you get like a pre-order bonus for $120, and in the UK, it's down to £88.
Oh,
I'm going to be honest. From the off, that's too expensive.
It's far too expensive.
It's too expensive.
Like that is so expensive. However, I do want to say these companies are very good at going, look at this massive discount that you could have. And then they never change it. It's like always on sale. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, look at the sale price, but that's just the RRP. Yeah. You know, so I think they will just always sit at 120 for US and 88 for UK. But don't quote me on that because it might not be the case. This might just be the pre-order prices.
Moving on from the price really quickly, because the price is the price. We can't affect it. And whether it's worth it for you is totally up to you. For me, it's a little bit too much. Even at that discounted price, it's a little bit too much. But
it's too much.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to be delicate, but yeah, it's just too much.
No, but as much as I'd want them, like I don't think I could bring myself to pay that much.
These are absolutely rammed with specs. I'm going to start first of all, before talking about the actual inside specs, just the ergonomics of these, because obviously they've gone for this kind of larger. It's got like horn grips almost on the back, and it's just more ergonomic all over.
Oh yeah,
that's going to be the big selling feature of these from the off, isn't it?
Yep, yeah, that's going to completely change the way that you can play your Switch 2, because we all know that the Switch 2's ergonomics, whilst improved over the Switch 1, still kind of sucky. You know, you're best off getting a grip, or of course waiting for these Pro controllers. And these Pro controllers, with our hands-on of all of their previous Hyperions, are actually really comfortable, and they do fix the ergonomic issue, especially with the right stick, where that asymmetrical stick layout is very difficult to get to with accuracy and like ease on the official Joy-Cons. However, with these, you know, it does sort it out because it is like holding an actual controller in your hand. So that is a big plus here. Yeah,
angled sides, you've got back grips as well. So yeah, like you say, your thumb will be more over it. It'll be more comfortable for long play sessions and for bigger hands as well, which is a thing. Right, it's time for me to pay the 128 KB bills with today's totally impartial video sponsor, and that's OBSBOT. And look, this is one of those partnerships that just kind of makes sense. You guys who've seen any of the behind the scenes from what we do here know that we actually do use OBSBOT's cameras quite a lot here in the studio. We use them for overhead shots, and we use them for some live stream stuff as well. So when they reached out with their new Tiny 3, I was genuinely delighted to integrate them into this. But here's the thing, this isn't just a webcam, this is a complete production crew that fits in your pocket if you want to. The use cases for this are kind of insane. Let's say you're a streamer or you're presenting. You don't want to be glued to your chair. The Tiny 3 has AI tracking 2.0, and that means the whole camera locks onto you. So you can walk around the room, write on a whiteboard, demonstrate your product, and it will just follow you like a smoothly operated human camera operator. It's kind of crazy. You can even control it with your voice if you want. You can say, "Hi Tiny," or "Track me," and it will snap to the action. But where it gets exciting is for us gamers, and there's a feature here that is genuinely quite interesting, and that is Switch 2 mode. Yes, this thing has Switch 2 integration built in. So usually, if you want to use a camera for game chat, you're stuck with one of those really low-res proprietary potato cams. But the Tiny 3 can change that. It supports the protocol that's specifically optimized for the Switch 2. That means you can plug this directly into your dock and it will work for game chat. So for integrated game chat or on-console streaming, you now have a super high-quality option. You aren't just a pixelated blob to your friends anymore. You can have full 4K optics, auto-tracking, pro-level clarity running natively on the console. It is a huge upgrade for that. And of course, audio is super important too. And usually, even with a 4K camera, something like a webcam, the audio is anything but good. It's usually just an afterthought. But OBSBOT have flipped the script on that too. This thing has a professional spatial audio system built in using the MEMS microphones. That's the same technology that you can find in some high-end studio gear. It uses 5 specialized audio modes. So if you're in a noisy room, you can use directional mode to cut out the background noise and just pick up what's in front of it. It also has a bunch of other modes. So you can have full around, you can have figure 8. It's got loads of mic options built in. So it sounds as good as it looks. And speaking of looks, it's rocking a massive 1/1.28 inch CMOS sensor. I know, camera jargon. It's huge. It shoots 4K at 30 FPS, or get this, 1080 at 120 FPS for that buttery smooth motion. Hit the link in the description to check out the OBSBOT Tiny 3, and of course, massive thanks to OBSBOT for sponsoring this video. Obviously, they've upgraded the joystick modules from what you see in the Switch 2 Joy-Cons.
Yes.
Hall effect joysticks in these. A little bit disappointed, if I'm honest.
Oh, same. Yeah, I was really hoping for TMR. You know, like Hall effect is great, and I would much rather have them than potentiometers, you know, because you're still getting the benefit of no drift, which is cool. And lower dead zones, a higher accuracy. So it's a big win over the official Joy-Cons, but TMR's been around for quite a while now. Like, I feel like they've just been a little bit lazy here and just reused what they had in the previous Hyperions.
100%
when
agree.
They should have gone, especially at this price point, they should have gone like best of the best, like TMR or capacitive or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
But they haven't.
You got micro switches in the D-pad and the face buttons as well, the ABXY, which is nice.
It's highly subjective, isn't it?
I was just going to say that as well. Yeah. Because some people hate the clicky thing.
Yeah, so these micro switches are just imagine a mouse click. You know, that's what it's like, and they've packed this. Pretty much the entire controller has it, including the D-pad. So you'll get a very loud, audible click. For me personally, I prefer this because they're much higher accuracy. There's less like bounce, so you can spam the buttons faster. So that if you're playing a shooting game or any game that like a party game where you've got to like mash the button a lot, this will benefit. But a lot of people prefer membranes that have like almost no sound or a bit more like spongy feeling. So it's going to be a hit or miss for some people here.
Yeah, absolutely, and the same with the shoulder buttons as well. The triggers, they're all micro switches. It's fine for the person playing, but for the person sat next to you, it can be quite annoying. I know that's the thing.
Especially if you're wearing headphones, you know.
Yeah.
So if you're playing next to someone and there's not even any game sound, you just hear like all the time, is kind of annoying. Yeah,
it is quite annoying. But yeah, like you say, they're way quicker. If you're playing a game that involves any kind of speed of reaction, they are just better, and they last longer as well. You typically have a longer lifespan.
Yes, they do. They normally double that of membrane. Yeah.
9-axis gyro, which is awesome to see.
Yeah, nice. You know, it's a step up over the previous, which is normally 6-axis. So it should be like really good gyro here for the Switch 2. Yeah.
Yeah, Pro Controller mode and handheld mode they're boasting, which is, I mean, yes, that's how the Switch works.
That's how Joy-Cons work. Yeah, they're either attached to the console or in the little like center grip to make it a Pro Controller. Yeah.
They do have programmable back buttons as well, a GL and a GR on the back of the Joy-Cons, which is, it's nice to see, I guess, so that, you know, I'm not a huge lover of it, although in certain first-person shooter games I have kind of gravitated towards using them.
Yeah.
You'll have to program them to make use of them on the Switch is the thing.
That's the thing. So there's like pros and cons again here. So for me, I absolutely love that Nintendo put back paddles on the official Pro 2 controller. I love that. And I was really disappointed to see there was none on the Joy-Cons. So this is great. However, this won't work like the Pro 2 controller where you can per game profile your back paddle settings. This will be on, like, you will have to program the controller hardware based to say, okay, swap these buttons or whatever. Still has turbo. I imagine it might have a macro capability. I couldn't really see anything about that on the website, where you can program multiple inputs to one back pedal. So that might not be a thing, but they definitely have turbo. But yeah, so it's a bit hit or miss. Some people don't like the feeling of back pedals under their fingers because you'll accidentally press them. I prefer them personally, so I'm glad they're there. But yeah, it's just a little bit disappointed they haven't got like the like official kind of support where you can per game profile it, because I love that.
Yeah, wake up and screenshot features. The wake up one's actually the most important part there.
Yeah,
that's been a problem with Switch 2 accessories in general at the moment.
Yes, I mean, I'm a little bit on the fence here because I see these are Pro Joy-Cons, right?
Yeah.
So Joy-Cons is the word. They're going to be attached. Like,
exactly.
I wouldn't be using these when the thing's docked. I'll be using my Pro controller, which can wait the Switch. So when it's attached, do I really care if I have to press either the home button on the Joy-Con or just the power button? Like, that's not a difficult... Yeah, so I don't see it as a big, like, boasting thing. No NFC either here, so you can't use your own amiibos.
No NFC?
Yeah, this doesn't say it on their website, at least.
That'll be a huge omission if it's not on there, because... it's an important thing. Yeah, and I'm with you on the wake-up thing with Joy-Cons. It's kind of irrelevant. It's only really a thing if you're sat the other side of the room and you want to switch it on without having to get up and press the button. Adjustable rumble, I quite like.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to have control.
Yeah, I mean, the issue I have there is as soon as you hear adjustable rumble, it makes me think it's no longer linear rumble, so it's not HD rumble. It's just classic old big weights swinging around. You know, like it's not going to give you that nice haptic feedback that HD rumble gives you. So until we get hands on, if they decide to let us try one, I don't know about that.
And it seems to me like you're, rather than just upgrading all around, you're trading things here.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like trading HD Rumble or HD Rumble 2, isn't it, in the Switch 2, for what will just be old-fashioned vibration is... It's a big trade-off because it's an important part of your feedback in how you play the Switch 2.
Yeah.
It's such a huge feature that's not talked about enough. If anything.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a brilliant feature, and I guess people take it for granted because it's so good they didn't even realise. Do you know what I mean? It's a thing when you actually experience it with the official Joy-Cons or the Pro controller, like for the Switch 2. Even MobaPad with their latest Chitu 2 controller, that doesn't even have HD Rumble 2. It's only got the previous HD Rumble, so you're missing out there too. So it seems like these third-party companies just haven't got there yet with being able to like replicate HD Rumble 2.
Well, we'll see how this plays out until we get hands on. It's really hard to tell, but like sharing the excitement is there, but also with a kind of a pinch of realism, because at the price you are trading some things that you probably shouldn't have to at that price. That's how it feels.
That's the issue. If these were half the cost, then it would be very easy to say, okay, these are great, but there's some trade-offs, but they're affordable or whatever. When you're paying this much, especially if this pre-order like 30% off disappears and they go right up to their RRP, like it's going to be a very difficult recommendation, even if they are good, because that price is just high. You know,
like you said, it's half a Switch 2 in America, like
almost
$170.
Yeah, what?
What's going on there? I don't know. I know there's some people in our audience that may have already pre-ordered this. I'm pretty sure I saw some people in our Discord saying that they had, which is exciting for them. I really want to wait until we get hands-on till we have our final judgment. But if you're interested or not, then let us know down in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe, because if we get hands-on with them, we will share them with you then. And more handout gaming content as well coming up soon. Like this video, subscribe for more. What else could they do, Andy?
Become a member and you get to chat to us about all things gaming as well.
Love it. So until the next time.
Bye.